estamos aquí con Genshin Impact. En el episodio anterior vencimos a la Shogun. En el interminable episodio anterior, que me quedó súper largo, vencimos a la Shogun y también vencimos a Señora. Entonces en este seguimos con la misión, que es ver a Miko. Vamos a ver lo que nos cuenta. Así que nada, ¿qué tal estáis? Espero que estéis muy bien. Ya sabéis, como siempre os digo, que si os está gustando os podéis parar un instante para dejarme likes, comentarios, suscribiros al canal, darle a la campanita, compartir el vídeo, contactarme por las redes sociales, que las tenéis por ahí arriba, etc.
Why, hello, if it isn't the triumphant traveler. And why might you be visiting the shrine? A sign of piety, perhaps?
You literally told us to come meet you here!
I was just joking. I've been waiting for you.
Seems like someone's in a pretty good mood.
Mm-hmm. Catching up with an old friend I hadn't seen in years was truly delightful. By the way, I heard that you had a duel before the throne, with a Fatui harbinger no less. Courageous and astute. Defeating Signora head-on in a duel means that your strength exceeds my expectations. Still, you did end up victorious. I gather congratulations are in order.
Sure feels good to finally thwart the Fatui plan for once. They caused plenty of trouble along the way, but at the very least, they didn't get their hands on another Gnosis.
Wait a second. Did you say Gnosis? As in, the little thing that looks something like a chess piece?
Yep, that's the one. You've seen one too? Gnosis belong to the Seven. They're what keep them connected to Celestia.
Oh.
What's wrong?
I handed that over.
You did what now?
Well, how else was I supposed to save your skin from the Balladeer exactly? The Balladeer is number 6 of the Fatui Harbingers. In terms of strength, he is superior to Signora. I'm not the kind of person who risks life and limb for any old reason. After A created her puppet vessel, she no longer had anywhere to put it. As her erstwhile closest friend, A handed it over to me, and I've kept it in the Grand Narukami Shrine ever since. She no longer needs the power of the Gnosis, and in any case, she tells me she has severed ties with Celestia. Thus the Gnosis became not only useless, but also a potential source of conflict. Is that not a good bargain, exchanging it for the one at the core of the plan? Judging by the results, at least, I dare say I struck a good deal.
When you put it like that, Paimon has to agree. The Traveler is worth more than a Gnosis. Well, what's done is done, and Paimon heartily thinks we'll be getting it back now. Let's leave the past in the past. So anyway, you still haven't told us why you called us here today.
It's to thank you.
Really?
You intend to travel all over Teyvat, and the time has come for the Inazuma leg of your trip to come to an end, has it not? As a mark of my gratitude, I will answer any questions you may have about the road ahead or the events of the past. What would you like to know about? That puppet was built with technology that has been lost to time. Perhaps still, there's one other thing on this topic that I suspect you may be curious to know. Before A began modifying her own godly form, she took it upon herself to create a prototype.
So, you mean there are 3 Raiden Shoguns?
No. The prototype was merely a proof of concept. Its appearance and intellect were not based on A. The original plan was for A to simply discard it. But perhaps A thought this to be too cruel, because in the end she chose... Later, this puppet wandered Inazuma as an ordinary human male with his own consciousness.
Ugh! Not the Fatui!
Some eccentric geniuses in the ranks of the Fatui made adjustments to the prototype, not only unsealing his power, but very... The object of divine creation is now the one who has taken possession of the Gnosis. And the prototype puppet is now known as the...
What a crazy...
It is, isn't it? Who can say whether it's coincidence or destiny? I'm surprised an outlander like you is aware that there was once a change of Electro Archon.
Morat's told us. He said that the Electro Archon ball has passed away.
Yes. The truth of the matter is that there were two twin gods, Baal and Beelzebul.
Twin gods?
They won the Archon War together, and when Baal established the shogunate, Beelzebul became her Kagemusha, or Shadow Warrior. Beelzebul is A, with whom we are now both acquainted. Baal's name was Makoto. As far as the world was aware, there were not two, but one. They complemented each other, and they ruled Inazuma jointly. In fact, the name Baal and the title of Raiden Shogun was understood to refer to both of them.
Until what?
Makoto died several hundred years ago in a war that I was not personally involved in. Since then, A has assumed the shogunate.
Losing her sister must have been super hard on A.
That was when A began to change. Makoto was her greatest loss.
Paimon feels like she understands A a lot better now after finding that out.
I didn't spend a great deal of time with her, but my impression was she was a gentle god, who any...
Wow.
Sorry, I haven't a clue. I'm also unfamiliar with the god you describe. But if you still have doubts about A, I would say they are misplaced. Not only does she not fit your description, but she voluntarily gave up her gnosis long ago, severing her... That's good to hear. Otherwise, given that I'm her familiar, it could have made our relationship rather...
Don't worry, we aren't looking to pick a fight with you.
I wish you the best of luck. As for your brother's whereabouts, I will use all the resources at my disposal to investigate it. And I will also borrow some of Ayato's people from the I'll let you know if I find out anything. Consider it part of my means of thanking you. After leaving Inazuma, I think it would be easiest for you to go to Sumeru.
Ooh, Sumeru! We've run into loads of scholars from there on our journey, so...
Yes, well, Sumeru is the land of the god of wisdom, where the quest for wisdom and knowledge is never-ending. But their obsession gives rise to some truly inexplicable things. In Sumeru, knowledge is holistically managed as a resource.
Knowledge is a resource?
Yes. I don't know whether it was the sages or Lesser Lord Kusanali who came up with the idea.
Lesser Lord Kusanali? That's a cute name.
Oh, you haven't heard. Lesser Lord Kusanali is the deity in whom the people of Sumeru place their faith. It's their chosen term of endearment for her. I'm sure you must have some things to discuss with her too. I wish you all the best. Are you sure? Okay then. Oh, traveler. Keep it safe. Is that all you intend to do with it? There was me thinking that you might hang it around your neck to show off to the world, telling everyone who inquired that it was given to you by none other than Yae Miko, the wise and beautiful.
Modesto, baja. Que sube Yae Miko.
Who in their right mind would do that?
Okay, I'll stop. Now, a question for you. I see. But that is merely a small goal, based on what preoccupies you here and now. Your ambition should be something that transcends the world below and the starry sky above. Something... Perhaps the reason you do not possess a vision is that such an ambition has yet to be engendered within you. Continue on your journey, and maybe that moment will come to pass.
Bueno, pues ya hemos terminado el capítulo 2, creo. Vale, me pide que hable con Catherine, la aventurera.
Let the show begin.
Claro, entonces ahora nos manda a la siguiente parte, que es Sumeru, que supongo que los que habían jugado hasta hace poco, hasta que metieron la actualización, la 3.0, se quedaban aquí. Pero ahora que ya han abierto toda la región desde Sumeru, pues supongo que ahora sí podremos entrar en el palacio de la señora y todo eso. Entonces, vamos a hablar con Catherine. La reputación en Inazuma. Pues espera, porque vamos a ir a recogerla, ya que estamos. Pum, 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 pum. Omnipresencia sobre los mortales. Venga, 410. Pi, pi, piri, pi, pi, piri, pi. Ah, Requiem desde el abismo, capítulo 2, acto cuarto. O sea que no acaba todavía el capítulo 2. Ah, pero yo pensaba que era esta Catherine. ¿No es esta Catherine? Pues será otra Catherine. Catherine Hepburn. Pues ala, volvamos al IUE.
Traveler, right on cue.
Hey, Catherine! Got any new commissions for us today? Also, how come you look so happy to...
I went to the shrine to draw a fortune slip earlier. The shrine maiden told me that it is the season for an unexpected reunion.
Catherine? Drawing fortune slips at the shrine? Wait, no, that's not the unusual part. We're in Liyue. You went to Inazuma and back in a single day?
Even I have a private life, you know.
Okay, so when you say unexpected reunion, you mean...
Who can say? But the anticipation of knowing that an unexpected reunion is due is making me happy to see everyone I cross paths with today.
Fair enough. Even though we see each other pretty much every day, whatever makes you happy. Wait, are you saying... Oh, Paimon gets it. Well... let's just hope the Shrine Maiden was right. Fingers crossed we find him.
I'm sorry. Did I say something I shouldn't have? You both seem a little down.
Oh, it's nothing. Anyway, back to business. Do you have a new commission you want to give to us?
Yes, as a matter of fact, I do. This one is from a miner.
Really? Does this mean the chasm's not sealed off anymore?
I will leave the requester to fill you in on all the relevant details. His name is Yuehui, and he should be at the chasm right now.
All right then. Thanks, Catherine. We'll head to...
Very well. Ad Astra Abyssosk. This time you are truly bound for the abyss.
Si yo te contara. Si ya hemos estado, hija. Hemos hecho muchas cosas en la Sima ya. Bueno, encuentra cerca de la Sima al minero del encargo. Me estaba fijando en el pelo de Moria. Lo lleva corto, pero luego tiene unos mechones que le salen del medio de la cara. Que yo no sé qué corte más raro lleva, ¿eh? En fin, vamos a contar mentiras. Tralará, vamos a contar mentiras. Por el monte las sardinas tralará. Por el monte las sardinas tralará. Por el monte las sardinas. O sea que ahora me vas a mandar toda la Sima. Anda que...
Ah, great. Good to meet you. Yes, I was the one who posted that commission. Wait a second. You look kind of familiar. Are you a famous adventurer or something? Oh, alright then. I'll start by introducing myself. I'm Yue, a miner, and I received a mining permit for the chasm just recently.
Seriously? They actually give permits out for the
Yes, the folks over at Yujing Terrace finally came to their senses and are now allowing a limited amount of ore mining near the surface. But some things have happened recently that put all the miners on edge.
Really? What happened? We haven't heard anything.
So... it's hard to say exactly how big of an issue it is. Could be something, could be nothing. While one of the miners was on a break, he suddenly noticed a few Hilichurls walking his way. They seemed like they were in a daze or something. They walked right by him without giving him a single glance. They just made a beeline for the depths of the chasm. After that, the miner started observing his surroundings more closely and noticed the same thing happening time and time again.
Are the Hilichurls just curious? Maybe they just want to take a peek inside.
Not likely. The strange part is that in all the time this miner's been watching the Hilichurls, he's never seen any of them come back out. It seems to be a one-way trip. Once the Hilichurls go in, they never emerge again. And it seems to be happening more and more frequently as of late. What are these Hilichurls up to? What happens to them after they go inside? Is there a disaster brewing? These are the kinds of thoughts going through the guys' heads now. Everyone's driving themselves crazy worrying about it.
Paimon's not surprised. Paimon feels spooked just hearing about it.
Exactly. The deepest fear is the fear of the unknown, you know? So we have to get to the bottom of it before everyone can put their minds at rest.
Do we really want to take this commission? Hey! You can at least pretend to consider Paimon's opinion first! Oh, so that's where you're coming from. Well, okay then. You'll really regret it if you don't go, huh?
So, what's your verdict? Will you take the commission? No.
Yep, we'll take it. We're kinda curious ourselves now, too.
Great. You're doing me an enormous service here. Now, let me give you the rough location that the Hilichurls keep heading to.
Pues nada, volvemos a la Sima. Volvemos a la Sima. Espera. ¿Por qué? ¿Por qué no? ¿Por qué? ¿Cómo? ¿Cómo y por qué? ¿Este está ahí abajo? Pum, puro, pum, 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 puro, pum, pum, pum. Dice que está ahí abajo. Pues bajemos. Tiririn, tin, tin, tin. Tiririn, tin, tin, tin. Tiririn, tin.
Is this where that miner guy wanted us to investigate? Just look at this place. Doesn't it remind you of something? Wait, what was it again? Yes, that's it! It's just like that. Just as strange, just as upside down, and just as spooky. In which case, maybe whatever's going on in the chasm really is connected to the Abyss Order. Oh, we gotta get to the bottom of this. Oh?
Dainslev. Uy, hacía años que no nos
The
encontrábamos
feeling
a
is
este.
mutual. I certainly hadn't expected to meet you here either.
Long time no see, Dane. Wait, but how did you suddenly end up here in the chasm?
The chasm? So we're in the depths of the chasm, are we? Interesting. This is one place where I have never set foot before. I understand how you must feel. Last time we met suddenly and parted hastily. Now our paths cross again. Fate, it seems, owes you an explanation. That much should be self-explanatory. I came upon the trail of another Abyss Herald recently and began pursuing it. Unfortunately, I got as far as cornering him before he resorted to the same trick that they all do. I was hot on his heels when I followed him through the portal, but as usual, it was to no avail. It took me to the wrong place. Correct. Based on my recent experiences, I can only conclude that the Abyss's portals are not simply pathways from point A to point B. Where they emerge on the other side is their choice. It can be anywhere within the network.
Sounds kinda similar to how teleport waypoints work.
In short, though I was right behind your twin last time when I entered that portal, the next moment that I realized where I was all alone. Back in the ruins known as Storm Terror's lair.
Oh, yeah! About that! Whatever happened to the Eye of the First Field Tiller?
It's in a safe place. You can be sure that I will learn the truth of the Loom of Fate operation sooner than it could ever fall into the Abyss Order's hands. Huh. So that title stuck in your memory. I by no means went out of my way to conceal it from you. It once stood for the glory of Kanria. It is but a cruel joke. My curse to bear. Twilight Sword was my title as captain of the Royal Guards when I witnessed the destruction of...
Sounds like your brother was right.
We were travel partners. We both partook in a painful journey of searching for our fate. But before you continue questioning me, I ought to warn you. If my suspicions regarding the portal network are correct, then the fact that there is a portal leading here tells us that the Abyss Order has their...
You mean the Abyss Order is plotting something here? Actually, Paimon and the Traveler suspected that too.
I mean that it's highly likely that even as we speak, the Abyss Order is watching our every...
Don't say that! You're giving Paimon goosebumps.
A wise choice. There appears to be light from a fire coming from near that rocky wall.
Abismo Avizor, el sepulcro de los amparados. Turu, 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 turu. Anda, mira qué espada, más chula. Turu, 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 turu.
There are signs of Hilichurl activity here. Could these be the Hilichurls the requester was talking about?
Requester? In fact, hold on. You still haven't told me what you're doing here.
We took a commission from the Adventurers Guild to investigate the chasm. Apparently a whole load of Hilichurls have been gathering here, and the requester wants to know why. And now it looks like we finally found our first clue.
Do you want the answer?
Huh? You mean you know something about this?
As it happens, I do. It's understandable that you did not perceive anything unusual. What makes this place so strange? The environment here weakens the effect of the curse.
The curse? Oh, Paimon remembers. Last time you guys were saying that Conria's people were cursed to immortality or something.
For centuries, I have suffered daily from the curse that was laid upon me. But here, I suddenly feel a small amount of relief, and right here, right now, I can feel my body sending a strong message to me.
So, this place weakens the curse? That's pretty incredible. But how?
That I shall need to investigate. But to the best of my knowledge, the Abyss Order does not have the technology to achieve. Indeed. Do you know why Hilichurls wear masks? It's to hide their appearance, lest they catch sight of their reflection in a body of water. Compared to how they remember themselves, it is a terrible sight to behold. One that causes them. The curse of immortality denies death to those afflicted with it. And yet, it does not truly mean that they will never die.
So, you mean there's a way to undo it?
No. I mean that the body and soul will continue to be eroded until they are virtually non-existent. When the Hilichurls realize that the end is nigh for them, it seems their instinct is to seek out a calm and dark corner of the world, and of all the places they could lay down to rest, one that can ease the effects of their curse.
Wow. That's so...
Conversation's over. Brace yourselves.
What is it?
We're under attack.
Pues, joder.
Germinate! Propagate! Act the front tip into the fire!
Try not to enjoy this too much.
Hey-ya! I'll protect us. La 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 la. Scatter. What were those? And why did they attack us all of a sudden?
Black Serpent Knights. They once belonged to the Royal Guard of Conria.
Wait a second. Royal Guard? So, they used to be your troops?
Yes, they were. But now, the curse engulfs them.
Because they've become pawns of the Abyss now?
Let's continue on.
Wait! Dane!
Seems we missed one. Wait, stand down. There's something different about this one.
Sí, que es más grande.
It's disappeared.
Anda.
What the heck? What was going on with that one? Was it trying to say something?
Pues con la espada en la mano no creo.
How is this
Paimon.
possible? How could he have retained self-awareness for 500 years without... But more importantly, why did he seem so... That would be a miraculous outcome indeed for a cataclysm that brought total doom and destruction. We should press onward to the city.
Dirígete a la entrada de las ruinas. Arriba 62 metros. Triquitri.
Looks like there's a strange energy surrounding the city. We can't go any further. Guess there should be a mechanism or something around here, right? Traveler, looks like it's time to get into ruin exploring.
Don't waste your time.
Huh?
Conria's technology, abyssal power. Two things I couldn't be more familiar with.
Okay, so the Abyss Order really is trying to hide something here, right? Ben seems like he really understands what's going on here. No wonder the Abyss Order doesn't want him around.
Not necessarily. The closer we draw, the more I am inclined to conclude that these ruins belong to a more ancient civilization. The Abyss Order simply got to them before anyone else.
Even older than Conria? Whoa. Paimon can't even imagine back.
That said, the architecture here does somewhat resemble that of Conria. Let's head toward the light over there. Mind your footing on the way ahead. It's a long way down.
It's a long way to the top if you wanna rock and roll. Ahí abajo hemos estado también. O sea... Anda, mira, ahí es donde estaba el cristal, que nunca conseguía pillarlo, porque empezaba a escalar y me tiraba ahí al centro, pero no llegaba nunca. Pues desde aquí, fíjate, se podría, pero estupendamente. Bueno. Tranquilo. Mira, más caballeros. De la mesa cuadrada.
Black Serpent Knights! Is this where they're based? Or wait, are they guarding something here?
We are likely drawing near to whatever the Abyss Order is trying to hide. Let's take them out first.
Ya podías tú ayudarme, pero bueno.
Nice and spicy!
You're in for a little shock.
Huh?
My, come a little closer.
Propagate! Out of the frying pan, into the fire!
You're in for a little shock.
Let the show begin. Oh. Ha! Hey, look! Vines! You should be able to climb up, right?
Una enredadeira.
Hold on. I think they...
They're coming! Quick, get them! Propagate! Spring forth! Boba, get them!
Come a little closer. You're in for a little shock. Come a little closer.
Huh? Scatter! Out of the frying pan, into the fire!
You're in for a little shock.
Me da igual que vengáis de 3 en 3, de 7 en 7 o de 14 en 14.
Propagate!
En realidad sois pesados porque sois unos enemigos muy lentos a estas alturas de mi existencia.
That was the last of them. Now, let's see what it was they were trying to hide.
Pues esconder a unos Hilichurls ahí. Esconden a unos Hilichurls.
So, the Black Serpent Knights have nothing to do with the Abyss Order's secret. Huh. I should have guessed.
So, what exactly is going on with these Hilichurls?
As I said, for these Hilichurls, the end is nigh. They have grown old and fearful of the light, even become one with the darkness. And yet the curse continues to corrode them.
But why would the Black Serpent Knights want to stay here and guard them?
Venga, ahora 4. La siguiente 5.
More of them are closing in! It's him! The guy that came out of nowhere and disappeared again! And now they're retreating! Did he just order them to do that?
Halfdan?
Halfdan. Halfdan sale en Valhalla, en Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Es uno de los hijos de Ragnar Lodbrok.
Whoa, whoa! What? You...
Could it be? If it's as I suspect.
Dane?
You want to know why they were gathered here guarding the Hilichurls, don't you? It's because as far as the Black Serpent Knights are concerned, they're simply doing their duty. The one who ordered them to retreat just now, I suddenly recognized him. I knew him as a young man.
So, he's from 500 years ago too?
To this day, I still remember the final orders I, the Twilight Sword, gave to Halfdan on the day of disaster in Khaenri'ah. Inform all Black Serpent Knights to protect the people of Khaenri'ah at all costs. Because we, of course, were royal guards. But this would mean nothing in the events that followed. Royals, gentry, common folk. Against the might of the gods. The only identity that mattered was being from Khaenri'ah.
Bueno, gente, pues lo vamos a dejar por aquí en medio de la conversación esta porque es que me ha quedado larguísimo. Así que nada, sed buenas, sed buenos, sed felices. Un saludín, chao, chao. Ah, no, que es que he calculado el tiempo mal. Pero vamos a grabar un poquillo más.
These Black Serpent Knights have lost their intellect. But perhaps, in whatever remains of their minds, they are still protecting the people of Khaenri'ah. If you see these ruins as Khaenri'ah in the throes of disaster, and these Hilichurls as the people crying for help, then suddenly, I can make sense of what I'm hearing. Their growls.
Then, What are they saying?
Though it is barely discernible, I can just about make it out. They keep repeating a word from the old language of Kanria. Even I have to admit, the fact their will is strong enough to survive 500 years of erosion.
Oh, so Paimon had them all wrong.
It doesn't matter. Even I took them for enemies for a moment.
Y yo desde el principio del juego, te jode.
Let's keep heading toward the light at the top.
¿Cómo
I
podíamos
believe
saber
the
que en el
Black
fondo
Serpent Knights
los
will no
Hilichurls
longer
están
try to
sufriendo?
stop us.
Dirígete a la sala que hay en el centro del nivel superior de las ruinas. Tiki 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 tiki. Anda, un teletransportador. Hemos descubierto. Hemos discovered. Qué chuli, ¿no? Coño, pero está al revés. A ver si mandamos al Celeste ya a su sitio de descanso. Aquí, venga, métete ahí. Ya. Y no seas pesado.
Is this an answer from this world?
Vale, ¿dónde? Where? Qué guapo, un teletransportador, tronco. Aquí no está en esta torre, yo creo. Es que la Sima, tío, es una locura de sitio, macho. Es una locura de sitio. ¿Ahora para dónde? Eso te pasa por no tener una espasa. ¿Pero qué hago? ¿Qué hago? ¿A dónde voy? ¿Qué hago? ¿Qué estoy haciendo? ¿Qué cojones estoy haciendo? ¿Qué hago? ¿Cómo se puede ser tan idiota? O sea, ¿cómo se puede ser tan tonto? Bueno, ¿te puedes agarrar a algún sitio, Moria? Muchas gracias, hija. Eres muy simpática y muy maja. Es que está arriba, es que está arriba. Ay, el señorito que está arriba. Tiri, ti, 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 ti. Que mucho lilili, poco la ala. Bueno, aquí a lo mejor podría saltar ya. Sí. Vale. Algo es algo. Otra vez a subir por aquí. Es que no entiendo cómo me he caído de esa forma tan estúpida. O sea, es para darme de hostias. Y todo porque aquí la primera vez no le da la gana de abrir las alas.
Dave, why so quiet?
I'm just thinking, nothing more. If you're trying to console me, I can assure you there is no need.
Fine.
Sí, lo malo es que por aquí yo no sé si vamos a poder subir. O se va a parar por aquí ahora. Ah, no. No se para, de momento. Mira, hemos subido hasta aquí. Ah, aquí ya está el techo. Está el techo. A ver, espera un segundo. Y no podemos ir por otro lado. ¿Qué hacemos? ¿Qué hacemos ahora? ¿Qué hacemos? Es que aquí está el techo y lo vamos a dar. De cabeza contra el techo. ¿Cómo podemos subir ahí arriba? Tiriririri. Tiriririri. Vamos a ver si desde aquí podemos llegar mejor. Pu, puru, pu, 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 puru, pu, pu. 104 metros. Aquí llegamos al techo otra vez. O sea, estamos más o menos en el mismo sitio que estábamos antes. Ahí parece que hay un hueco, ¿no? Don't cry for me, Argentina. Sube a... sí, se tenía que haber enganchado ahí. Por aquí. Vamos a poder subir. Creo recordar. Si conseguimos llegar allí, yo creo que ya está hecho. No va a estar hecho, no. Por allí. Por aquí. Creo. Salimos. Joder, qué complicado el camino, macho. Bueno, ¿y ahora qué? 29 metros. Pero ahora se podrá salir por alguna ventana o algo, ¿no? Digo yo. Se oye comentar a las gentes del lugar: los rockeros no son buenos. Bueno, pues ahora sí o sí, gente, que lo vamos a ir dejando. Así que nada, espero que os haya gustado. Sed buenas, sed buenos. En el próximo seguimos aquí con Dainslave en esta misión de la mina. Así que nada, chao, chao.